We kicked the cord and lost the last episode. Let's fucking go, babe. Woo!
Coming in hot, Evan.
Yeah, I know, dude. I was really bummed about that when that happened.
Just so you all know, he was emotional.
Yeah, well, I feel like we were really cooking.
I'm just sitting here eating
What is this?
and drinking tea,
This
chilling
isn't
out.
a day at the
Evan's
spa.
yelling.
You look like the poster that we saw inside the hotel where it was like, have the spa experience.
I'm wearing a flannel.
That's true, but you look great. Whatever. I did say your butt looked pretty good in those pants.
We obviously had a good weekend.
Yeah. Oh, go New Mexico bands. This one's from Santa Fe, by the way.
We did not get to see them.
We don't know that.
Oh, yeah, maybe they were at the show.
Welcome to Permanently Unengaged. And we just got back from Santa Fe.
See, I knew we could do better, Evan, because we never said that.
Yeah, I know. We didn't actually intro the show.
I told you.
Maybe we should do that every time. It's like a run around the lap, you know, to like work out before you.
Yeah, we're real professionals. We always get it the second try.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, nothing's better on. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes things are best when they're done the first time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, who knows what would have been done on that one? Maybe we would have done something really bad.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and said something rude. Maybe. Would you do that? Would you say something rude?
I've definitely said rude things before.
Really? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. That's kind of cute. I can't imagine you being that rude. I like it when you're rude, actually, when you like lean into me on a night of drinking and you're like, she really thinks those bangs are working. It's pretty funny.
I don't know if I've ever made fun of anybody's bangs, but I definitely have done the whole lean over and said something.
Yeah. You usually don't have a mouthful of cookies.
Whoops.
I can't believe you're eating cookies and drinking tea right now. That is so sweet of you. It's so cute. You watch one episode of The Crown and you fucking...
Well, I was cleaning the cabinet and I remembered I had these cookies, and these cookies taste best with tea.
When did you get those?
A couple weeks ago.
Nice. Welcome to the show.
He's having tea too.
Oh, man. Tell you what. Cheers. I'm going to pour some out for the last... Oh, well, let me see if... I'll pour it into this ashtray. I'm going to pour some out for the last episode that we missed. Boom. All right, cheers. Also, cheers to Santa Fe.
Yeah. So, let's tell everybody.
Yeah, we went to Santa Fe, and it was a blast.
It was a blast.
It really was a good time. I had a good time pretty much from start to finish. It was an awesome vacation.
Yeah, we just felt like we wanted to get away.
I know, and it came up out of nowhere. Where did you even get the idea?
Sure.
Sure. I like it.
Good starting place. So, yeah, I mean, I just kind of looked up, what's driving distance from Denver.
Okay.
And there were a lot of options, based on, how far you wanted to go. So, the closest options were first. And I felt like I didn't want to do anything over, 6 hours.
Well, yeah, because we had 2 days.
Yeah, we
So
were
each
only
day
going to be
was-
staying one night in the place.
And each day was going to be occupied with driving there and
Right.
back.
Right.
So, we had to...
So the least amount would be better. But, I kind of wanted to go somewhere very different. And, definitely the vibe of Santa Fe is, different than Denver. It's definitely got more of a Spanish vibe.
Oh, my God. It was so much more southwestern.
Yeah, very southwest.
Even, the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
As on the drive, you notice differences from, the fences being made into, wooden sticks and stuff like that. It wasn't white picket fences anymore like you see in Capitol
Right.
Hill. You know what I mean? Or downtown where there's, big gates or anything. It was, sticks stuck into the ground and then just metal.
Everything became adobes.
every single house. As soon as you get past like Pueblo, ironically, which is house, I'm pretty sure in Spanish.
I feel like it was like the New Mexico border. Honestly, I feel like it was
Yeah.
like right there. Like it was a rule. Now you're here. You've got to do our architecture.
Yeah, no, we talked about that. So we
yeah.
did have to wake up very early for it because
Oh,
we
I didn't
wanted
tell
to.
you. Never mind.
Oh yeah. No, wait.
I mean, we just decided because it was that distance, I guess.
Well, and it was the vibe we wanted.
Yeah.
It was something different than the mountain town, Denver.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, no, it was super authentic. You know,
It also
to like a southwestern vibe.
It also ended up being the second oldest city in America, I realized.
Which is ironic.
Because
We go to when we were in Florida, we went to
the oldest city in America.
St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like our little getaway place.
Yeah, so like
We went there multiple times, just
yeah.
like small
that
vacations.
was like a 6 to 8 hour drive.
And it was pretty much one night that we would stay, and maybe we would do two, but
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have the responsibilities of adults then.
Oh God.
I know.
But yeah, so
we
we had to
woke
wake up early.
Well, yeah, and it was kind of easy to wake up early because the day before we had Thanksgiving, and we went over to Austin's house. That was fun.
Austin Langley invited us over.
Fucking master chef of a turkey, man. I didn't expect it to be so goddamn good.
Yeah, like turkey.
He carved it up like you carve a pumpkin. Like,
Yeah,
very well.
I'm not a good bird carver.
No.
No, I don't know how to get all around the bones and get all the meat off and shit. But like that turkey was not just very well cooked, but very well cut.
Yeah, no. And
It was
he
moist.
He hosted well too. Like he just
Yes.
I think he just put the vibe out there that if anybody doesn't have a place to go, feel free to come over.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to like have a bunch of misfits that didn't have anywhere else to be, and we all got along, and I'm glad I cooked
It
so
was
much.
beautiful. Yeah, we got to do a bunch of side dishes, the stuffings and green bean casserole. You did your corn souffle, which everybody loves, but I hate.
Dude, I don't know why.
It just is so
Corny.
corn.
Yeah.
No, it's like too sweet and it's not bready enough somehow. Yeah, I don't want the band to be like playing.
I should get that as a sound drop. Too much corn.
Too much corn. Boom.
But yeah, no. The corn souffle, always a hit. And
Yeah.
the turkey, fucking great. Your stuffing, amazing.
People brought like really good veggie dishes too.
Yeah.
Austin's mashed potatoes, also delicious.
We just had nice classical jazz playing in the
Yeah.
background.
And it was just, a really good vibe. We had we were happy that we brought our table because there were definitely like a bunch of people. Like,
and we brought extra chairs.
Yeah.
I offered to bring
Kelsey
extra
was
chairs.
really good about like
He
putting
said-
them all up and
Oh,
setting
I
the
know.
table. Like
Kelsey
she set
really
it up.
hosted very well. She was scrubbing dishes at the end too.
Really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, she just got the giant stereo, plugged in her music, and like jammed while cleaning all the
She's
dishes.
very sweet. I was happy that we sat next to each other and I got to talk to, a bunch of people I had really been able to talk to before.
It's really cool to do those like meals where everybody's sitting at a big table like that, because like there's so much going on and everybody's
Community.
sharing, and yeah, I mean that felt like a fucking
Pass
family
this,
meal.
I'll fill your plate for you. And
Oh yeah, that was
Shit
so
like
fucking
that.
Thanksgiving-y.
yeah, it was so cute. It was so very cute.
I know, we had leftovers. We made sandwiches with the food we made before we even
Yeah.
went to the Thanksgiving meal.
We were excited.
Yeah, we were fucking gobblers, man.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving in a
Nick
sandwich.
Nick came over in the morning. We didn't even talk about that too.
Oh, that's true. Nick did come by
He
and
gave us like espresso in the morning and
Hang
helped
out.
us like
Cook.
get through our cooking experience. Yeah.
I know, and we didn't even cook anything that
We
complicated
got
either.
super duper high.
Yeah, we
I
did.
think he was like, I'm too high, I need to leave. Which I've been there before.
But no, it was a fun Thanksgiving,
And then he came over to the other thing too.
yeah, to the feast.
To the feast.
And then there was a podcast going on there. That was fun. It was cool to just go outside and smoke and hang out with everybody there. And then, like, no, Austin killed it. He hosted so well.
And we were home by 9 o'clock.
we were home very early.
Yeah.
Dude, because Thanksgiving is a fucking sleepy fucking event.
If you don't take a nap on Thanksgiving, something's up.
Oh, yeah.
You need.
I
Come over.
I watch football every year for Thanksgiving, and I didn't this year. And, like,
Somebody had it on their phone.
I know. I wanted
Did you
it
notice?
on the big TV.
Austin said it was broken.
But, yeah, that TV is broken.
Bummer. Anyway. Yeah, so we got home and
We
got
passed out
ready.
early. Oh, yeah. Well, when we did get home,
Yeah, we
I
couldn't
spent,
just pass out. We had to, like, get ready and pack.
We didn't pack anything yet. We were supposed to leave in, like, 6 hours. And I just sat down,
Started
watched
watching,
Seinfeld.
yeah, and doing the dishes as well.
And eating more.
Yeah, you definitely ate more.
You
and
said
I
multiple
packed up.
times. I don't know how you're still eating.
I couldn't do that, no. It was, like, hurtful
Yeah.
to think about eating more.
It took me like 5 minutes to pack when I decided to. I just grabbed all of the... And did I have enough? I think so.
Great.
Yeah. I had extra underwear, dude.
It was pretty cold out, so I definitely,
It was very cold.
especially on the drive, yeah.
Yeah, because, so we woke up super early, and we got to see the beautiful sunrise. That was pretty nice.
Yes.
We were jamming to music. I waited for, like, the perfect song, and then, like, once the sun had gotten to a perfect mount right above the mountains, I, like, whipped it out, a couple of J's, and we just enjoyed the rest of our drive.
And it was like, let me tell you, friends, and I'll probably post some pictures because the mountains were just so pink.
Yeah.
From the sunrise that it was just so, it was unreal looking. It was like, it's hard to imagine. Like,
Sunrises and sunsets. Dude, amazing.
they kill.
They're really fun. Now, I did bring this up on the first one. I feel like it's worth saying again. Imagine if there was only one of those a year,
Yes.
right? Like, how crazy would it be if there was only one sunset a year?
And one sunrise.
And only one. And, like, everybody would pay attention. It would be a huge event. It would be like people would organize their years around it. You know what I mean? Instead, it's like this thing that everybody sleeps through or is usually at dinner during.
Right.
Like, nobody actually pays attention to those. There was a counselor at the summer camp that used to Huck, one of the very first guests on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did Huck write on the legal pad? Name of the episode. It's a
We will never tell.
genuine conversation is the review I got. It sounded like a genuine conversation. But, yeah, we will never know what he wrote in the legal pad. He used to, like, it was like a trope that he would, like, get everybody to turn around and, like, pay attention and look. Like, look at that fucking sunset. Like, look how fucking amazing that is. That looks, without the F words, because he was talking to kids.
Right.
But he was always excited
I
by
like to
a
point
good
out
sunset.
the moon.
Oh, sure.
The moon definitely surprises me sometimes. Like, sometimes it'll just be like you need to turn a direction and it's just like in your face. Like, especially if it's like setting or rising, it like can be really
Ginormous?
enormous.
Yeah, enormous or gigantic.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
I want it to be enormous. It's enormous.
All right, we can talk about my unit later. Let's talk about the trip.
The trip. There we go. So yeah, we took the back roads kind of for the first section.
So it was a 6-hour drive. We knew we had to timeline that around waking up early, getting breakfast, which we did get breakfast. Did I? I think I talked about the McGriddle already.
Not this episode.
Not on this one. The McGriddle's the greatest thing ever. I'll quickly say that. It's the best breakfast sandwich. The fucking syrup, the pancakes, you can make it underdone or burn it. I don't care. It's delicious. The cheese, Laura, the bacon, that like spongy egg, Laura.
I don't like it, but whatever.
It's so good.
I'll usually just get hash browns.
It makes my teeth really scratchy, and then like
Ew.
my stomach hurts afterwards. But I have to eat 2 of them every single time. They're so
gosh.
good. And
Okay.
it's so expensive. But this McDonald's, this is what makes me think. Okay, I thought McDonald's breakfast was just expensive all of a sudden, but it's just Denver.
It's
that,
more expensive to be in Denver.
yeah, the cost of living is in Denver is more expensive to the point where like McDonald's is more expensive. So we spent less money at this other McDonald's outside of
Let's
like
just drive all the way out to,
Colorado Springs
Yeah.
for McDonald's every time.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. It might be worth it.
No.
But the McDonald's was great. We kept driving. We got to see the sunrise. That was cool. We just
made
listened
some
to
stops
music.
on the way. Like, there's like pull-off stops. You guys know if you've ever road tripped that there's like sightseeing spots.
Yeah,
where
they
you
have
can,
signs that say like historical location, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
we just pull off, take some pictures, chill out for a minute, and then
That was pretty
just
cool.
back on the road, going through these little small towns every once in a while.
Taking the back roads is always worth it. Like,
And it was only for this one. It was 15 minutes more.
not at all an issue.
No,
You know what I mean?
totally
You're almost
worth
saving
it.
that time if you don't hit traffic on the
Yeah.
interstate or something like
You don't
that.
have to deal with bullshit like
Aggressive weird people.
drivers. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I also don't speed on the interstate, so who knows? But
Yeah.
15 minutes extra for the country roads?
Yeah.
For those small
To
little
see
towns?
like really pretty shit too.
To see the places that it would be miserable to live in? You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Makes you feel grateful. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're just like, fuck, these people can't even get gas in their city.
Yeah.
You know? There's nothing
It's
around.
so weird.
There's a bar. Imagine getting banned from
Everything
the
was
bar.
closed at 9 a.m. still.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's open still.
So we drove until we hit this small little town that we decided to pull off to get food. And there was like a burger restaurant. That was kind of cool.
Yep, the burger restaurant.
I think we had just gotten into New Mexico at that point.
we were like an hour away from Santa Fe at that point. We were pretty close to Santa Fe.
Okay. So we just
It was just lunchtime.
needed food before we had gotten there because we knew we were going to eat more when we got there, but
Oh yeah.
it wasn't going to be
Don't worry, guys. We'll eat.
immediate. Yeah, we will eat.
We'll eat and we'll purge.
No.
Some of us will purge. Anyway,
On
we'll
that
get
one,
to that part.
On that one sunset a year.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed that burger place, but it was
delicious.
It was
burgers.
miserable in the inside.
Miserable. Like Evan compared it earlier to Shake Pit in Bradenton, which is too nice. Like the Shake Pit is definitely like an old diner, and I think that's where you're getting that.
It's
feel
your
from.
local iconic place,
Sure,
but this was like
run down
the
and like
oldest iconic place.
really sad inside. Like just like three old couples who like totally were looking at me like, what
Why
the
are you
fuck
in this
are
town?
you, yeah, doing?
Yeah.
Like, even just walking by was just interesting.
Why are you bringing smiles? In
I
here?
was wearing like high knee socks and like a dress.
Skirt, yeah.
And so I think they were just like, who's this fucking slut? But anyway, so yeah, and then like two like bearded dudes who probably work together or something, just eating a burger, and
At a coal
nobody's
mine or
talking
something.
at all.
Oh no conversation.
No conversation.
There was no life in there.
No, nobody seemed happy. But the food was delicious.
The burgers were killer, dude. There was
Oh yeah, so talk about what happened there.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that. There, okay, yeah, I guess I'll say that. There was as I'm walking out of the bathroom and I'm walking up the hallway, I see an old lady getting into a truck, and her hand tries to pull the handle, but the door is still locked, so her hand just slips, and that little bit of momentum of trying to open the door kept her going backwards. Like her body started going backwards, and she started stumbling backwards, and her feet hit a curb, and she just starts falling.
Oh no.
And this lady, I mean, I think she probably went to school with like one of the like Kennedys or something like that. She's so old.
She's old. I did see them walk out, but like at my angle there was like an arcade machine, and so all I saw was you walk by and you're pointing and then you don't say anything and you just go out the door. So I thought they forgot something.
Well, in my mind, I thought,
but
why?
after a second, I looked over.
Not right now. Like I don't need somebody to be hurt in front of me. It's gonna make me feel. I don't
Yeah.
do well when people are hurt.
No, of course
So,
not.
yeah,
You
no.
ran out and
So yeah, I jumped on it. I ran out, and she's just on the ground, and her husband's still trying to get on in his side. And
not even aware.
She looks at me and she goes, "I'm okay." She caught herself somehow.
Yeah.
Like, dude, she fell so slowly because there was so little weight involved with how old she is.
She
that,
floated down.
Yeah, it was like a feather. When I saw her falling, I think that like I was halfway down the hallway. I was able to get outside and like get to her by the time she hit the ground.
Kind of funny.
And so I walk up and I'm like, okay, so you're all right? And she's like, I'm fine. Will you just help me up? And I like started to pick her up, and she like looked at me. She's like, I don't think he even knows that I'm on the ground.
At that point, like I think I had looked out the window and noticed what had happened.
Yeah.
When you started to help her up.
She needed it, and then I couldn't get her up with one hand because her one arm wasn't enough strength. So, and once I'm getting her up with both hands, her husband's like, "Where's my wife?"
Yeah.
He notices, and he came around, and yeah, they got in. They were all good. No issues.
Evan was a little hero.
Not really, because nothing really bad happened.
No, but you were willing to be a hero.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
You helped a person.
I'm willing to help an old lady out.
Yeah, you
that
get
had just
that's
fallen.
a Boy Scout badge.
Dude, if they had badges for helping old people up, I would win. Because I lived in Sarasota.
Yeah.
It was practically what I was paid to do at Honey Tree sometimes. You know, just help them up out of the seats. So I come back in and we're waiting for our food, and this place is so old and so desolate. There's so few people in there that the lady gets our order, and she like grabs the intercom mic, she starts to lean into it, and then she makes eye contact with me. She's like, I'm not gonna make an intercom announcement for the couple in here and the other couple just sitting there. Like there's nobody in here. So she like leaned in, and I just started moving forward. She's like, here's your food.
Yeah.
And it was funny to watch her just accept that.
But it was good fucking food.
It was. The burger was nice.
It took us into town.
They gave us extra fries.
They did. We didn't order 2 fries. We got 2 fries.
That was tight. It was very, very scary in there. It was cool that we passed by the dunes. You know,
yeah,
the Great Sand
at least
Dunes.
like from a distance you could see them. Not the actual park we didn't see, but like definitely like I'm sure it's part of it, you know. But it was cool. You could definitely see like how they could pop up at that point.
And it was cool to see the transition, you know, of
The
like
type of mountains change.
and the houses and like like whole culture. Just like you noticed it shift in 6 hours worth of a drive.
Yeah, which was kind of why I picked it too. Just that difference of life and culture, because it's really pretty rich in culture. We did talk about it being pretty old.
Yeah. So where was the first place we went once we finally hit Santa Fe?
We made sure Evan got to go to the skate park.
I think we made a stop before the skate park.
Did we?
I think we went to a dispensary.
Oh, and failed.
Before
I
we
didn't know
went,
we were going to talk about our failures.
Before we went, I did ask Laura what the laws were there.
And it's true.
That recreational is passed.
Is legal.
But not until April.
But
so we walk in.
No, that's legal now. It's just you can't buy it yet.
So we walk into a store and we're like, I see CBD everywhere.
Right.
Like every dispensary here, even the recreational ones, have like CBD things up. Mm-hmm. But it was everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking around. I'm like, this doesn't look right. And then the lady, there's like another guest waiting. And we ask her, is this like a CBD only store? And she goes, no, not at all. It's medical, though. And we were like, oh, well, fuck, that doesn't help us.
Yeah, so we call another place, and they say, yep.
Yeah, you guys aren't buying.
Nope. But it's okay.
Here.
We're stoners. We had enough.
Enough. We had extra. Yeah. Honestly, we had too much.
It was fine.
Yeah, we were fine. We don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
And we we did hit up the skate park immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
It's fun that every skate park has sketchy people. No matter what city you're in. You go to the skate park, there's like weirdos and homeless just everywhere.
There were definitely, no, you wouldn't really see the homeless or weirdos like in the other parts of Santa Fe either. It was just there.
Just the skate park. Every time.
You know what I mean?
It's because they're bad people at skate parks.
Oh.
Skateboarders.
They're bad.
Yeah,
You're bad. So bad, Evan. Anyway.
So we...
Yeah, we went to the skate park. We had driven kind of through the town before that. Got kind of stuck in traffic stupidly, but whatever. We went around the town.
We accidentally drove down the main road.
Oh, well, our hotel was down the main road. So we wanted to see where it was, but as a result... Yeah, I mean, I was super stoked about our hotel choice. It was like right where we needed to be. Like,
it was such a nice spot.
A walking distance from the skate park for you, and from everything. We didn't drive anywhere.
You could see the hotel from the skate park.
Yeah.
You know, like it was fucking perfect.
And from our hotel room, you could see right down the street, and we would walk every time.
The hotel was awesome. What was it called?
El Dorado Inn and Spa.
Like the movie?
Yeah. The road to.
the road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
If we were in that
gorgeous.
movie, who would you be if you were either of those?
I guess I'd have to be the blonde.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I'd be the horse.
Okay.
But the hotel was amazing. The only part I didn't like.
You didn't like. What?
Was having to valet my fucking car.
Yeah, there wasn't a choice.
Obviously, you want to park your car in there in the garage because you don't have to
parking.
pay for meters and all that shit. Or
it's also it's a safe spot for your vehicle as well, and
yeah, but there was no like parking it myself when I.
Well, like you just can't like get into your car without like being like, will you open my car for me?
Or even like parking it. I remember when we got out, I didn't have all my bags ready. I didn't have anything completely set. I wasn't like ready to leave yet. And I'm weird about that. Like having all my stuff. And
you are.
He was just like, all right, yeah, give me your keys. I'm taking your car. And I was like, okay, well, where's it going to be so I can like get the rest of my stuff? And he literally said like, just ask me. I'll let you know where your car is. And, like, that's normal for a valet.
Elevator ride up was Evan talking about it, too. Oh, and then when we get up the elevator.
Oh, my gosh.
I walk out of the elevator on the 4th floor where we're staying.
And I'm trying to grab the bags that I don't have ready.
I get out into the hallway and I turn around and Evan is gone.
The elevator just went down. It closed and I got pulled away to somewhere else.
He just didn't get out.
And then well, I didn't know what floor we were on, so I'm just pressing all of them. And,
like Elf?
Yeah, pretty much. I was frustrated too. I was like, fuck it. Come on, which one am I at? And then once I get to another level, there's like a whole family there, and I didn't know what to say to them. I just lost my girlfriend. I don't know where to go.
Like, did he go to the left?
And then, I just pushed all the buttons.
You called me eventually.
I ended up in another elevator, too.
Yeah, somehow you were in another. It was like, the other one opened, and there was nobody in it. And I was like, what the fuck? Is he going to pop up in the other one? And you did. It was so funny.
So we made it.
And, so the guy... the concierge, which I swear must be a vampire, because I don't think he took any time off. Like he was there
the entire time.
He was there the entire time.
You know who I compared him to mentally the entire time?
Oh?
He was real life Esteban from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh.
He was there for us.
Yeah.
Anything we needed. He was like so happy and so excited to take care of us.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to get you a really good room. And it was on the 4th floor. And like,
if you want to go to
this, the mountains.
If you want to go to this other place for coffee, you can, but Trust me, guys. I'm going
Yeah.
to take care of you.
You
You
go
want
to
to
this
go to this
place.
one.
Yeah.
And
He
it
was
was
really sweet.
it was sweet enough to where I got a fucking hat.
Yeah.
Hey, if you go to Santa Fe, get yourself a hat.
Yeah, I got a hat too. My hat's like a cowboy hat.
It's apparently how we celebrated Santa Fe. It's just getting hats.
I got jewelry too.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay, so we checked into the hotel. I got pissed off because it's a weird valet. And then I got lost in the elevator.
Yeah.
We finally get to the room. We got settled in. It was a pretty nice room. The view was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we
were
could see
facing the mountains.
downtown Santa Fe. That was pretty awesome.
Everything was, like I said, within walking distance. So we were really stoked to get going. And like, after we got all of our bags up to the room and shit, like we were like, let's go. Let's walk.
And the way that it had like those streets for shops and then like a central plaza and then like the historical build, it felt so similar to St. Augustine. Like it being the walking distance to everything. You just park at the hotel and then you can go wherever you want just within walking distance.
And like, it was also nice to be able to return to the hotel, like for whatever we needed, like reset.
In like seconds.
Yeah.
Like it was like, do you want to go back? All right. 3 minutes later, we were in the room.
Yeah, it's really like no big deal. But like, so yeah, we decided to,
NBD,
the first
baby.
thing we did was like went down to the plaza and we happened to pick this vacation of ours like during their holiday lighting for all their Christmas lights and holiday lights.
It was what, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, and they're already setting up like music.
Yeah, there's like
and there's
weird bells
performances.
performances at this point. It's like early kid stuff
and like choirs singing and shit
yeah,
like
but
that.
like people are out like already getting ready for this party, and it just felt so like
vendors.
cookie cutter.
There was like a street taco cart that we got street tacos
Yeah, that's
from.
where we got our first food.
But yeah, all the families hanging out and all the people just like hugging each other and like greeting like there was like literally like one group that we walked by that was like as soon as they saw their friend was like, oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen you, and like it just it all felt so nice.
Gathering.
It felt like a gathering. There weren't any juggalos.
No.
So different gathering than that gathering, but
Yeah.
it was a lot. I mean, like it felt so Christmassy.
Yeah,
you know?
it was very Christmas, but it was also like very small town feel.
They had the giant menorah.
Yeah,
with a pepper on the bottom.
the stand was a chili pepper.
Fucking chili peppers everywhere in Santa Fe, man. New Mexico says
Spanish.
that they're into peppers. Like it's like one of the tropes.
Yeah.
They didn't disappoint. I mean, they were
No.
hanging from the lampposts
Yeah.
in the sky. Like it was crazy. They love their peppers.
Yeah, that was all going on in the plaza. It
And
was
then
awesome.
we,
Music and food and
We walked around and just like looked at the different architecture, all the different buildings, like the adobe style, just classically
they were really pretty.
Southwest buildings.
Yeah.
And a lot of them seemed old.
Very historical. Like, for instance, the governor's palace. I think that's what it's called. That's where they set up all of the Native American vendors. Like, I think you have to be like an approved vendor. Evan pulled up the history. Dating back to 1610, the palace is the oldest public building in continuous use. That's pretty crazy. Built by the Spanish for colonial administration, the structure has been extensively modified, needing whatever. That's all interesting. In 1909, the building was designated as the home for the Museum of New Mexico. To reinforce its connections with earlier cultures, the building was renovated using features drawn from local traditions. Can you scroll down?
That's insane that it was under the Spanish, then under Mexican rule, then under American territory, and then it became New Mexico.
That's a state.
Yes, and like it pretty much is the same that it's been since 1909. This same building where all these vendors go to sell their jewelry and their crafts. It felt very like historical and like a landmark and like a tradition, you know, that a lot of those people get to that spot.
Yep.
It was like what, a block long.
Yeah,
And everybody's
it's,
just sitting out with their blankets out and all their different
a
jewelry.
This says block long portal, where Native American artisans sell handmade jewelry and other crafts. And then the inside is artwork, it looks like.
It was cool.
It was really pretty. And yeah, I mean, everything is supposedly like handmade and all the vendors. And it was really cool. I definitely bought something.
Oh yeah.
A couple of things. And I just kind of want to support and also tourist. I want to get some stuff.
Yeah, well, you got some pretty earrings and
A barrette.
a beret, and it was cool to contribute to somebody that probably took that to a good use, that money.
Yeah.
And yeah, they
Just
worked hard for
artist.
that fucking art.
Yeah.
They create that shit handcrafted. You could tell. I kept looking at it, like trying to find if it wasn't, and it was clearly handmade.
Somebody made that.
It was
It
really
was pretty. And yeah, it was
It's got a story behind it. All that
it's all
corny
really
stuff.
really cool stuff to look at around the city and just walking around. Like, it's a really good walking city, and that's what I read about it too. It's just like, it's really just nice to feel what it's like.
So when we walked around, one of the first places we went was like pizza joint. So it's a walking city, but it's also apparently a margarita city.
Yeah, you get margaritas.
And so we walked in, and you got a margarita, I got a beer, and the ladies we sat next to were like, you got that margarita? Oh, man. And
They
you
were
started
so
chatting them up.
stoked.
They were already drunk.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
were
had
having
already
good
had a
time.
couple, they had told me.
I bet.
And one was like, I feel that. Yeah, I had a margarita there, and that
You
was
had
really
two?
good. No, I only had one there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one there.
You made me drink it.
That was at the Gray Place.
Oh, that was at our hotel bar.
Yes.
Where we went to next.
Yes, everything was so colorful the whole time until we walked into the hotel bar, and it's like the walls are gray. It was like quiet.
It was funny because we were looking for this tap house.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, there's a sign here. Go in there. And I'm like, I don't think this is it. And you were like, Evan,
It's it.
there's a sign.
You don't have I mean, I wasn't that
You don't have to bring this up. Yes, I do.
But I
because
did like that
told you.
margarita.
Yeah, it was pretty
tasty.
good. And even the room in there was cool.
Yeah, it was
We
fun.
had our drinks probably like a fourth of the way left, and some people were like fighting for our seats. They were gonna sit right in between us and
Oh,
those
you're talking
drunk
about
ladies.
the first place. Yes.
Yeah, and so and then there was the bar in the hotel. That was all right. It was kind of weird. Took us a while to get service. They were busy.
It didn't take that long. I think you were just Evan gets very excited to like just move on.
And do things.
It takes him a while to like relax.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually we did get out of there too, and
We got tacos.
we got tacos,
Street tacos in the plaza. That was pretty good.
and we got another beer somewhere else at a pizza place.
We kept sneaking back to the hotel to do dabs because we couldn't do them out in the open in Santa Fe. So
Yeah,
we just,
I mean, there's a lot of cops outs too, and
and then we kept watching people at the pool.
yeah, there was like we were doing the pool chronicles.
Because the pool, yeah, it was like a TV show. But the pool was right
By the end of
outside
the
our
night,
window.
guys, the hot tubs were closed.
Oh, yeah. They were caution tape.
Caution.
And
People still got in.
some teenagers were like jumping in the pool, hanging out, and we were making fun of them, just watching. And then one of them like noticed.
Yeah.
And
We ducked down like children.
we were like, oh, they
we're,
caught us.
We're like 26-year-olds, and we're like, we just got caught. It's just so silly. We're silly people.
And then we just walked around a little bit longer.
We were waiting
once
around
it started
for
getting
our
dark.
reservation too.
Well, it started getting darker. The lights were going to be put on soon, and you could see just the swarm of people
It got
coming to it.
a lot more busy for
And-
sure. The nuns were out.
Oh my god!
I almost forgot about the nuns.
They were flying around, dude.
They were hanging out earlier in the
They
day.
were
They
like
came back
celebrities.
around for people came up to them, like talked to them.
New
Well, there's
Mexico
a
is
specific church
Yeah, Santa Fe is
that they're famous for.
It's very religious.
Yeah.
Like the Lady of Guadalupe, that like
Mm-hmm.
woman, the icon, is huge in the religion.
Yeah.
And it's huge in that region. Like, I saw it constantly in graffiti and, like, around at the different restaurants and, like...
Yeah. It's an important part of their, like,
The iconography is huge
for sure.
to them, so
Yeah,
for
there's
whatever
a
reason.
specific church that they were involved with that, like, is this crazy story, supposedly, I can tell you. Why don't you pull up a picture while I'm telling it so you can see what I'm talking about? Because we didn't actually go inside this church. You have to, like, pay for it. But the it's kind of silly because it's these nuns had prayed so that they could reach like the rafters or something, like to get to things. And so one day a carpenter showed up and they never found out the name of the carpenter, but he just built this staircase and it like appears to defy gravity in the way that it's built. And like he built it for them and then didn't ask for any sort of pay and just left. And so, supposedly, it's a miracle.
On the 9th and final day of a prayer, a man appeared at the chapel with a donkey and a toolbox looking for work. What's the donkey for?
I'm sure.
I don't... Is that his life partner?
It probably pulled the cart.
Pulled the toolbox?
Yeah.
Months later, the elegant circular staircase was completed and the carpenter disappeared without pay or thanks. After searching for the man and finding no trace of him, some concluded that he was Saint Joseph himself, having sung in answer to the sisters' prayers.
I think he got murdered. He got murked. He just went missing.
Yeah,
He got murked. Did you see the picture of the stairs, though?
Yeah, it is pretty
They're
cool.
very pretty.
Have you heard that story about, like, when the second richest man in the world disappeared? Like, disappeared out of an airplane?
Oh, out of an airplane?
Well, and, like, he, like, went into the back room, and there's no way he could have just opened the door, because the airplane was in flight.
Uh-huh.
So he couldn't have, like, opened a door against the wind. So there's no way he could have opened it, but that was, like, the people's excuse to why the guy had gone missing when they landed.
Nah, die.
It's like months later, they're like, whoa, that doesn't add up at all.
Yeah, isn't there, like, a way to open the doors?
No, what do you mean? Oh, now, today, in today's technology, but I don't know if it is during in-flight when,
I don't
like,
know.
the wind is blowing against it.
I don't know.
But
Interesting.
this was, like, back in, like, the 40s or something like that. This was forever ago. But, yeah,
They lied.
just like this carpenter. They
Yeah.
lied. Well, it is the church. You know, I've heard they like their tales.
The sisters are where it's at in Santa Fe. They were the hot commodity, and they were hanging out watching the lights as well. That's
The
where we were
staircase
at.
has two 360-degree turns and no visible means to support. It said that the staircase was built without nails, only wooden pegs. Questions also surround the number of the stairs, risers relative to the height of the choir loft, and the types of wood and other materials used in the staircase's construction. Yeah, people go to look at the staircase, apparently.
I want to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
I saw it before, but I want to see it again.
All right, so we're watching all these people gather for this large event, and we just dipped out.
Yeah, like
Right when
20 minutes before.
right when it was getting exciting.
Yeah.
You know, the band was getting on, and like they were like, "We're about to light up the tree, y'all. It's gonna get crazy." We just rolled because we had no interest in that.
Well, we were just standing there,
Oh, I know.
drinkless.
And so we went to go get a beer. And once we pretty much sat outside of the place to drink our beers, people started walking back.
Yeah, people were leaving because the lights were lit. All they were doing were turning the lights on.
We were talking about, I know, right?
So, like, we knew we were going to go back and see the lights. So, we, just started seeing all these people rushing out to their cars to hopefully beat traffic, I'm assuming.
And we watched the waves of people come back because it was like the first wave were the people that were concerned about traffic. And then you got the second wave of people of like, they just watched it turn on and then left right afterwards. And then you had the wave of people that were like, okay, this is fun. It's been nice to see you guys. I hung out a little while. And then you just see them coming in waves.
But still, when we, we finished our beer, but when we got back, there were still people hanging out and music was still playing. And I realized I got to get closer, I think, to the mic.
And it was beautiful. I mean, the lights everywhere.
Yeah, when we got back, it really was very magical.
The park was so lit.
So lit. Literally.
Just old people taking selfies around and
Yeah.
like families hanging out. It was really cute.
Yeah, we danced
pretty
a little.
cold.
We took pictures.
Oh, we did. That's right. That is kind of cute.
Then, but then we went and got ready for our dinner.
Yep. It was cool seeing all the restaurants crazy full.
Yeah, I mean,
like
everything
everywhere
was busy.
we went, it was like hopping, dude. It
There
was a night to be
It was a
there.
big night, yeah.
And then we went to dinner.
Yeah,
We pretty much killed time until we just went to dinner.
yeah.
We went to this really nice,
Very nice.
Spanish style. It was pretty much like Spain,
Yeah. La Boca.
which is funny to go to like like a restaurant in New Mexico, and then it's themed like another country.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But it was delicious.
Yes. It was like a very small restaurant, but very fancy.
Well, that's the thing is I knew I wanted a really nice meal, and you can go to like a really nice restaurant that like prices their food as big meals, but you get really small things.
Yeah.
Or you can go to a Spanish restaurant that is tapas, which are small dishes, and they price them that way.
Yeah.
Like no matter what,
That's
you're getting
true.
a small dish at any fine dining restaurant.
Which also gives us the opportunity to try like a lot of different things. Like
we just
were
kept
able to
throwing fucking
like,
stuff
yeah,
at him,
let's
dude.
just do that, and that. And everything was really delicious. And there was like a guitarist playing music right in front of us, singing beautifully.
I think you
and
thought he was a little handsome.
he was a little handsome. You could look like that when you're his age.
I could, or I should.
You should.
Yeah?
Yes.
You liked him?
Yes.
He had an accent.
Oh, yes.
I didn't like that.
Oh, I liked that.
Aw.
Yeah, he was from Spain.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
tell.
He was, a really lovely performer, and
He just brought one of the waitresses on stage.
yeah,
and,
she
like, had
started
her
singing,
sing.
and that seemed pretty impromptu, and
The food was
the
awesome.
food was good.
The
I had
service
2
was
glasses
great.
of wine. The first glass wasn't as good as the second. The second was really good.
I even enjoyed the second one, honestly.
Did you try it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you made me.
It was really good.
It was. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that one again. It was Spain, for sure.
Yeah. And so we got out of there and we just walked around, right? We just bar crawled.
Yeah, we went to another bar.
And then
It was a weird situation at that bar, though.
the downstairs was cool. It was the ceiling was all written on with different Sharpies and
Somebody borrowed our Sharpie.
yeah, there was a guy that came
I
up to me.
forgot this, but at some point we got cash.
We got cash.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You did drink so much that you forgot withdrawing.
Yeah. The next day, I'm like, I need to get to an ATM. Like, we need cash to get to the stuff at the governor's palace. And then it's just like, you were like, you got cash though, didn't you? Like, you got some. And I really thought there was going to be no money in my wallet. It was funny. But anyway, yeah, the downstairs area was cool. And that's where we
Yeah.
got our cash. There were pool tables and
It was cool. I mean, like the whole vibe down there, and like it was the only place I felt like I saw young people, like where
sure.
we would want to be, like in all of
yeah,
Santa
I
Fe.
guess you could say it was like their Gator Lounge
Exactly, their Gator Lounge, which it's
mixed
also
with growlers or something.
called the Gator Club.
Whatever.
But yes,
You know
doesn't
what I
matter.
mean.
I'm sure all our
You
Sarasota.
Floridians know
yeah.
what I mean.
Um,
Oh.
So yeah,
But when we
were
went upstairs.
We went upstairs. There was a band playing. That was pretty fun. We were listening to them. And it was kind of funny. There was a guy that like came through with a tip jar from the band, and he was like just saying hello to everybody.
Yeah.
And not exactly asking for money in the most polite way I've ever seen somebody do it. Just being
Yes.
like, "Hey man, how you enjoying this night? You know, awesome. I'm glad you came out. I hope you're having a good night. All right, man. Nice to see you."
Did we tip him?
No.
Oh, bummer.
It wasn't the best performance, I'll be honest.
But it sounds like the Tipper.
Tipper?
Yeah, Tipper was there.
I've seen Tipper. No, the guy screaming death metal with his acoustic guitar at 9 a.m. the next day.
Oh, that was funny.
Was
just
a better
like on
performer than those band. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. The band wasn't that bad, but
No.
I did think that we just walked in. We didn't really need to throw too much cash down, and
Surely.
we're sitting there just chilling, and that's when fucking Lawrence shows up, man.
He literally turns around. I think that's how that happened.
And he started talking to me about, what I do financially and what my security is and what my plans are and if we're married, and just kept going on all these really intense questions.
He was very complimentary of me as a pretty person.
Yeah, he kept saying, look how pretty she is. You better lock this down, pal. You better.
Yeah.
And the entire time he's talking, he's spitting in my fucking face. And he's got snot running down his nose. And he just keeps fucking spitting on me. And it wasn't until he started saying, like, he started, like, poking me. Like, literally pointing at me, getting close to me and being like, you need to get your fucking act together, pal. You need to fucking get your shit together. Hey, look at me. I'm fucking serious. And it was, like, something I haven't heard since I was, like, 9 years old from an adult.
Yeah.
It was like, look, who the fuck do you think you
also,
are, old
you don't
random
know
guy?
who you are, and like also our relationship, like
Oh man,
it.
he just questioned everything about me, and then kept saying I wasn't doing good enough.
Evan stood up.
He got
Evan
me to
puffed out his chest. Evan doesn't get like defensive like that often.
He got me to stuff in my stool, stand up, and say, Lawrence, I think you need to leave. Like, I think you need to get away from me.
Yeah, we need to what?
The lighter, please.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I gave it to you.
For some reason, I couldn't see it. Like, I was looking for it, but I couldn't see it.
No, he really fucking bothered me, dude.
What bothered me about it, too, was just, like we need to get married.
Or even, like...
For this guy.
Yeah.
Like, we've... Like, he's
then we find
doubting our
out
commitment for each
He's
other.
a preacher. He's a
Yeah.
fucking priest, or whatever. Like, he's a part of the cloth.
Yeah.
Of course he wants us to get married. Don't fucking yell at me drunkenly when I'm hanging out with my girlfriend at the bar.
Yeah.
It's just not cool
Lawrence.
for somebody to judge
Also,
my shit.
the fact that, like, just because I'm pretty doesn't mean that I'm not a bad person. Like, just because I'm pretty, like, you have to marry me.
And that I have to take care of you.
Yeah, like,
As if you can't
I
take
could
care
be
of me.
not a person you want to marry. Maybe I'm not a good person.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even ask me my name. He asked your name. He didn't even ask me my name. I'm just a pretty face.
What if you had, like, a crack addiction?
Yeah, he doesn't know who I am.
And you've been sleeping with my father.
And you're like the best person in the world trying to get me back on track.
Well, then we probably should get married.
Yeah.
It would honestly be the best thing for you.
Well, that's not our
crack.
situation.
Crack addicted Laura. What a funny Laura that would be.
We're not going to meet her. Anyway. No,
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna
it was
dance
I
in
wanted
this
to
hall-
also defend you. Like,
Yeah.
we're in love, man. We've got this. Like,
Dude, I told Lawrence to back the fuck up.
yeah.
And then we left.
Yeah. Dude, I downed that gin and water
don't
when
think
I shouldn't have.
I don't think I even finished my beer.
I did.
Lawrence got me fucking fired up.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
we pieced out of there.
And then by the time we were out of there, walking around, you were very drunk. I mean, we had a blunt to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't even want it.
I
were like-
partook.
For a little bit, and then is that partook? Is that actually the word for it?
Yeah.
I partook.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. I kept trying to pass it to you there towards the end, though, and you were like, "No, I think I'm okay. I think I've had enough. I need to stop on everything right now."
You
And
have
it
too
was-
many influences.
It was really like, "Oh fuck, Laura's had a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Laura's had a few."
I obviously forgot something, so Yeah, but we went back and took a shower and had some fun and.
Yeah, that's right. You were drunk and I took advantage of you.
Yep, I planned it from the beginning.
Consensual advantage.
Yeah.
Tight. But yeah, we had some fun.
Until
and then we went to bed.
And then I closed my eyes.
You closed your eyes and had your head down, and I started hearing the. And I was like, oh man, she's not lasting very long.
No.
How many different drinks did you? I mean, you had tequila, you had wine, you had beer. Is that pretty much it?
Gin.
Damn, babe. That's 4. That's a home run.
That's 5.
That's too many. That's what it is.
Well, I had 2 margaritas, 2 glasses of wine, 1 beer, and 1 gin and water.
Yeah, you drank too much.
6 drinks. It was, I wanted to get drunk. It was worth it. I,
Was it
threw
worth
up
it?
everything.
Oh, I know. Once you went to the bath, you sounded like me. It was like the very guttural.
All gone.
You said you got to the yellow stuff.
Oh, yeah. By the end of the night, yes. And I was,
Cheers.
going back and forth from the shower, which, hotel showers, they never run out of hot water.
I know. You said you almost fell asleep in there.
I almost fell asleep 3 times. And it was the last time that, I was sitting, in the middle of the shower, crisscross applesauce, just with my eyes closed. And I realized I was falling asleep. And I was like, I'm going to fall and hit my head against this wall. I think I need to go to bed. At that point, it was the yellow stuff. So I was like, I ain't got nothing left anyway. I'm going to fall asleep. It's fine.
Well, it was nice to get a good sleep. Dude, and then the next day, I woke up to the sunlight. Literally, there's a crack in the blinds, and it just hits my fucking face. So it was like movie-esque, where it was like, my eyes fluttered open, and oh, God, sun. And then rubbed them, and moved out of the sunlight, and slowly got up, started cleaning up the place, because we had to get out that morning. We had to get back to Denver.
Well, we had to get back to exploring.
That's true. We still had all of Santa Fe to see.
Yeah, technically we didn't buy anything until the next day. We checked everything out first. The first day just walked around, bought food, but kind of planned out what we wanted to get, where we wanted to shop at and stuff.
And because we had just been driving and hanging out in places, we didn't really see the city. Mm-hmm. So then the next day we
branched out a little further than what we did.
Yeah, I woke up really early. I kind of walked around a little bit. That was fun, just exploring. And then went back to the hotel. You were ready to go. And then we went and we were going to go get some coffee. And that's when Esteban, the concierge, was like, oh, don't go get coffee wherever you want. You got to go to Icon.
Go here. He gave me a map again.
He did. He gave you a whole nother map.
And circled. This is where you're going.
Honestly, I got a hat at this coffee shop.
It was really good. They made I don't know. Did we talk about it in this one or the other one? But we should mention again that the horchata they made was explain it. You explain it better.
Just the fact that they ground the cinnamon as well as the coffee beans at the same time. So when they put it into the espresso tamp and the handle, they brewed it with the spices in there. It was fucking awesome.
All infused together, and it was really tasty horchata. And Evan got an espresso to try, and also a little just drip coffee.
I thought it was cool that it was a sign outside of a hallway, up a staircase, around a corner.
It was kind of tucked into the building.
And then you walk in and it's full, and there's plants everywhere, and there's all these hipstery things on the walls.
Yeah, it was super hipster. Oh shit.
But yeah, it was awesome. It was a cool
kicking the cord.
It was a cool little coffee shop experience, and we got coffee, and then we walked to go get some pastries.
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't impressed with the pastry place, to be honest.
Me neither.
And I think that's also because we have a really good, very authentic bakery, French bakery specifically,
right there,
right next to us.
Yeah.
And if you can't get a croissant right, I know already you're not doing anything else right. Because it was a Hawaiian roll. It wasn't flaky at all. It should
sweet.
be crumbly and it was way too sweet and not airy.
What can you do? What can you do?
It was fine. It just
fine.
wasn't a croissant.
Yeah. And then we walked around the church. We walked
Yeah,
around
that
two
church
churches.
was really pretty.
2 churches.
Yeah, the one was the staircase one. The other one is more of like a cathedral.
Yeah. And that was cool.
It had very nice gardens to sit in, that one.
Really cool park.
That's where we ate our little pastries.
It was cute.
It was a very nice morning.
And then we
Took pictures and
when we bought your jewelry,
bought my jewelry.
got some souvenirs.
The hats we got on
Yeah.
that journey. And yeah, and then we were like, we're going to dip.
Yeah. we got a whole day of driving.
Yeah. We actually had another destination to check out too on the way, which was another little stop for Evan in Trinidad, Colorado.
Yeah, I put out a little feelers out there on the Denver spot locator where I said like any spots or parks that anybody suggests I should hit. And I got like 10, 15 messages of you got to go to Trinidad Skate Park.
Mm-hmm. Which was very much on the way, which we had to take the other way, the more interstate way, which is less pretty, definitely more prairie-like and pretty in its own way, but after a while you're like, oh, it's
Well,
the
we
same.
were also like done. I think we were pretty exhausted and done. Like,
Yeah, you drove the whole way.
dude, of course, I'm not going to trust you with my car.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up in Trinidad around 4 o'clock. You were able to skateboard before the sunset, and KFC, famous bowl for me, stands out. Love it.
Yep. I mean, there's
And
nothing
then we're
like
home.
there's nothing like Taco Bell and KFC to get you home.
You know, it's always good to leave, always good to come back. I miss the puppy. She's here with us now.
Yeah, we were originally supposed to record in the podcast room or in the hotel room.
Yeah,
We brought all the equipment.
we were too busy.
Fucking.
We were experiencing it.
Oh yeah,
I would have been sad, yeah.
we were Santa Feing it up.
We were, yeah. We were busy. Whoa, boy.
Yeah, you did get some cool jewelry. That was fun.
Yeah, what did we miss?
I think we hit it all, dude. Lawrence, the fucking asshole in the bar,
Well,
was
I
really
was
the
gonna
main
mention
event.
some more local people that I liked.
I liked a lot of the shop owners.
Well, what I liked about it was like people really seemed to know each other. Like all the people that work around the area. Like there was a woman that was walking from the plaza back to her car, like because she was just, I think, like I'm gonna see this tomorrow, kind of a person. And you know, there's another guy who's like closing up his shop, and she's talking to us along the blocks, and she comes up to, or she approaches that guy, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, see you tomorrow." You know, like they all know each other. It was very like small community, which was kind of beautiful.
It was also nice to like check out, like for you and I to like pop in on another world and leave our whole world behind. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I had just spent an entire week being stressed about shows because I did get my first like paid
Yeah,
little comedy shows.
two.
Of them. I mean, and they weren't huge or anything, and it wasn't.
No, but that's the steps.
I know it felt big to me. You know, for me it was awesome, and I did well. You know, I didn't bomb. I didn't fail.
No.
I didn't do bad by the people that decided to put me on.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal.
That's obviously a good thing.
And once that weight was off my shoulders,
And
then
it's like,
we
we're
got
just gonna have fun
Thanksgiving,
to do.
we got Santa Fe. It was a fucking blast.
Yeah, we need to do it more often.
Where's next?
I don't know.
I'm thinking Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. I don't want to take a plane.
I'm thinking
We should go to the sand dunes.
We can drive.
To Hong Kong?
Yeah.
You can't.
We'll drive to Hong Kong while you're sucking my lung. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. We can.
We didn't like that one, folks.
Where else could we go? You don't want to go north to like Cheyenne, Wyoming, maybe? That could be fun.
I've always wanted to go to Yellowstone
Cali?
National
California?
Park. That's not there.
Where is it?
It's like,
Montana?
yeah, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely north. I don't remember what state exactly, but it's really beautiful.
Can I call you Hannah the entire time we're in Montana?
No.
We just change our personalities and act like completely
Who
different
would
people.
you be?
What name would you want to call me?
I guess if we go to Cheyenne, you could be Cheyenne.
Okay. I'll be
You'd
Cheyenne.
have to just be like
and you be Hannah.
taller and like big, broad shoulders.
Hi, welcome to the Cheyenne with Broad Shoulders and the Hannah Montana show.
Cheyenne wouldn't talk like that.
What would she talk like?
It's a boy.
Hi.
Look up Cheyenne.
Cheyenne is a girl name.
Cheyenne is a man.
Cheyenne is a girl name.
Look up Cheyenne Cowboy.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, Cheyenne. I want to see him too. He's handsome.
The Cheyenne name is obviously a tribe, but Cheyenne is primarily a female name of Native American origin. That means unintelligible speakers.
Yes, but I want to call you the name of this character in the TV show.
It means unintelligible speakers.
That's actually pretty horrible.
Right.
Wow.
Can't understand those fucking guys.
It's a name. They're a baby. How can you know that?
You hear those gibberish guys over there?
You hear that, baby? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right. Cheyenne Cowboy.
Cowboy. Show.
Oh, that's what you want me to. That's what you want me to be.
Let's see him. Let's see those big, broad shoulders. Images.
Yeah, I don't think he has as large of shoulders as you thought he did.
You can't see him compared to other people. Look at him there. Wait, go back up.
I mean, to be fair, his head is very small compared to his shoulders, so maybe that's what it was.
No.
Yeah, he's just got a shrunken head.
See? He's a man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, look at him compared to that other dude. In
Yeah.
more upright.
That one?
That one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Make it big. Oh, yeah.
Hey, no, you know what, Laura?
The hairy chest. You got that down.
You have broad shoulders. I think you have broader shoulders than I do. I'm not going to lie.
No.
You could be the Cheyenne Cowboy.
No.
It's a female name.
It's not always. All right. Where to next?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Where do we go from there?
I don't know. We got home, we got really high, and watched
40-Year-Old Virgin.
40-Year-Old Virgin and fell asleep. Oh, I got something.
Oh.
Guess who is the sexiest man of the year?
Who? Steve Carell?
No, but he is also in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I guess Paul Rudd.
Yes, I guess Paul Rudd, his real name. No, yes, he is the sexiest man on earth, according to Time Magazine or People or one of those.
My next guess would have been Seth Rogen.
Yeah, based off of the movie. Who would you say is the sexiest man alive? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go get another beer. You talk about the sexiest man in the world and who you think he is. Ready?
I don't know.
Get set. Go. Keep this podcast alive, baby.
I'll try.
If anybody's listening, you got to entertain them at this point. You owe it to them.
Well, I guess since he's leaving, it's a good time to tell you.
James from Twin Peaks is your favorite man in the world?
No, that I feel like that'd be easier for me to talk about is talking about the dudes that I least like in the world. And James would be top of the list. No, I mean, oh gosh, sexy dudes. I don't know. That guy Cheyenne, I guess, that's on the television for me right now is doing pretty good for me. But maybe, I mean, I'd have to agree that Time Magazine is right with Paul Rudd. I've always had a thing for, oh gosh, what's his name? The guy from Full House. Not Bob Saget. Who?
Stamos.
Yes. Jason Stamos? No. John Stamos? John Stamos. Can't even remember his name. No, but I've always liked that, like, darker haired guy, honestly. Like, I guess at some point I had a crush on Ryan Reynolds, but probably more. I don't know. I like you.
Oh, that's sweet. Kind of, dude. Paul Rudd, I think. I don't think he has the looks to be the sexiest man in the world, but I think it's. I mean, he's famous.
It's more than just looks, though, too.
It's got to be because he's famous.
Yeah, but he's also, like, likable.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, his characters are usually likable.
I like him a lot. That's for sure.
He's goofy.
Yeah.
He's got a goofy smile. Like, you're right. He's not, like...
He's not sexy.
No, he's not sexy.
Did you say which man you think was the sexiest?
Well, I guess...
Jason Momoa?
No, he's too intimidatingly big.
Isn't it weird that he's so Hawaiian and he has a name like Jason? Like the whitest name.
Well, there was Dylan.
We didn't really have much on the way back from the trip. Like much to talk about.
Well,
we were just ready to get home.
It was that road too, in my opinion.
The interstate.
It was very straight line, and we were going through like I said, it was pretty at first. It was yellow all over suddenly, and the mountains were in the distance, and it's pretty at first, and then it's 3 hours of that. Yeah. And it's like, that's not as fun as, oh, look at that mountain range, or look at that gorge, or...
I thought it was funny that you completely skipped over Golden Slumbers while we're driving through those golden fields.
I was too sleepy.
I know. You were recuperating from the night before.
Well, I felt like you were falling asleep, too. Like, all the songs were, like, all these, like, slower songs that I was playing.
I had a full tank of gas, so it took us a while before I could stop and get a coffee. And then
There really wasn't any stop to be had, even.
Yeah, I know.
It was that desolate.
Got pretty empty there.
Yeah, it was definitely more exciting in the mountains. We're both doing things.
Yeah. You're eating a cookie and I'm vopping.
The important things.
It was cool to drive through the cities at night and see all the lights, though. Like Castle Rock and Colorado Springs and seeing all the lights, you know.
Getting back to civilization.
Yes.
Like, exactly. Once you get past, I guess, Pueblo, like, there's not a lot out there.
Pueblo.
You know, good old Pueblo.
Laura, what was your favorite part of the trip?
I mean, honestly, just walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked the restaurant.
The restaurant was nice.
It was just, like, just the kind of restaurant I like.
What was your least favorite part?
Throwing up.
Who is somebody along the trip that made it special?
You.
Fuck you. That was going to be my answer. And,
well,
what's
your answer now, then?
What place are you looking forward to the most?
I don't know.
If you had to say where we're going to go next, if you could go anywhere, you said
I'd be willing to drive multiple days.
Montana?
Yellowstone. We could go.
Oregon.
I mean, Vegas would be fun for New Year's.
That'd be fun. You're trying to eat that cookie so quietly, I can tell. That's cute.
I'm trying, folks. What would you really be trying is not eating the cookie.
Nah, that's all right. You've earned it, dude. You just did an hour-long podcast. Well, I'll tell you what. I think this was a great review of Santa Fe.
I would suggest people go. There wasn't a whole lot that I disliked about it. There was one annoying person, and then my own.
We will prank call that fucking guy. I got his business card.
Yeah, we might end up doing that.
I'm definitely doing that. Thank you for doing a pod with me. Thank you for being so sexy this weekend and hanging out and getting so drunk. Let me take advantage of you. And even coming up with the idea, you know?
Dude, I wanted to get away with you.
Yeah, you said, let's fucking do a trip. Let's get away. Let's go somewhere and just...
What's really stopping us?
I'll find the schedule. I'll make it work. And we did. And it was really cool.
Totally worth it.
I had a blast.
Ditto.
All right. Well, I appreciate you doing this podcast with me.
Yeah, no problem. Permanently unengaged, our friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It didn't happen on this trip. We'll see about the next one.
You know, I was at one point thinking about getting on one knee.
Just to fuck with me?
Just to fuck with you, and then Lawrence ruined it. Like, I couldn't do that bit when Lawrence was like, you need to fucking marry this girl. You need to marry her.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm listening to Lawrence, the spitting king of Santa Fe. He was the worst. All right. Well, I'm going to find some outro music, Laura. Why don't you rap?
No.
Yeah, I would like it if you rapped about...
I'm not very good at rap.
We're both going to freestyle rap about Santa Fe. How about that? Yeah? You excited?
Nope. I'm bad at this.
I'll start it off, and then I'll pass it to you.
We went down to Santa Fe. It was so... Sunday.
I mean, include the streets, the lights, the people, the native, like, indigenous vibes. Get it out there.
What? You said you'd go first.
I said I'd go first when I'm talking about Santa Fe. I don't know what to say, but I had a good day.
Oh, no.
We went all the way 6 hours south. We drove on the country roads. I kept blabbing my mouth. I talked about everything under the sun with this girl. We kept talking on the road trip until she hurled. In the hotel room, late at night, she was way too drunk when she closed her eyes. We didn't get into a fight, but yet she still puked. We had fun. She puked up $100 meal.
Now it just sounds like a story.
And it was cold. You know what I feel? We saw a bunch of natives, indigenous people selling their art. I thought that was cool. The tapas made me fart. Laura really thought the guitarist was cute. There was a native guy that got ignored when playing the flute because there was another native kid there with an amp and a guitar just blaring way too loudly. You could hear him really far. The plaza was cool. I had a good time with my babe, walking around, enjoying the Christmas lay? I don't know. Yeah, display. Oh. Oh.
Honestly, it wasn't bad. There were definitely some strong points in the beginning.
Okay, are you ready?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm passing the mic to Laura. She's about to beat it really hard. You ready for this shit?
No.
Ready for this okay, you go.
Oh no. I paid for a hotel for Evan.
Was that just a brag? That wasn't even a... Okay, come on.
It was just like heaven.
Okay.
Walking down the streets without my dog. All I could see is other dogs. Oh no. Evan thought of a good idea for a new store. It's a leather store for leashes. It'll be coming next door.
Babe, that was awful.
I know. I don't know anything about that.
Come on, be
I
a
don't
little.
know. I don't know how to do it.
All right, what if we do it back and forth? You do the setup, I'll do the punchline. You
Okay,
ready?
that might work.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We went to dinner at a Spanish restaurant.
You want me to write something with restaurant?
Yeah.
All right. I really liked the menu. It was typed in pretty font.
Okay, that was good.
This is easy, dude.
I'm so bad at it. Oh, okay. Our favorite thing to do was window shop.
We got nervous when we saw a cop, but he was just helping somebody out.
With the party that was going on. I'm like Drew Carey on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Just
Yeah.
like so bad at this.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's try it a little bit longer.
Okay.
One more.
How do I do a good setup?
Well, I'll talk about something and end it on like a easy word.
Okay.
You know, something relatable.
Margaritas with my girls at the I almost said restaurant.
Restaurant again? Okay. We were drinking margaritas with my girls at the restaurant. We were in Santa Fe, not Longmont, Colorado.
Yep. No, okay, let me think better. Our hotel was really colorful, but our bar next door was gray.
Laura, last night, was looking a little dismayed when she puked everywhere.
Good job. You're very much better at this than I am. You do a setup. Let me see if I can do it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
The Christmas celebration was started off with all kinds of bells. The architecture in New Mexico had all kind of southwestern tells. All right.
I was gonna say like, oh no, rails.
Oh no, rails?
No, rails doesn't work. I realize. Bells, cells, tells, quells.
All right, that's perfect. Let's leave it at that. Thank you for doing a podcast, babe. Thank you, Santa Fe, for existing and all the people that put so much work into it.
Yes, for real.
I love you.
I love you, Santa Fe. See you next time.